The biggest secret in life is that there is no big secret. Whatever your goal, you can get there if you're willing to work.
Fantastic Radio UK. Your vision, your possibilities.
I'm standing on top of a mountain, I'm calling all of my people. It's time to celebrate the victories of an African child. It's time to celebrate the victories of an African warrior. Babi Senbonke, Mabese Bazobona. It's time to celebrate the victories of an African warrior. Tell the world I'm an African child. Shabelela, 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 Kimambudi. Shabelela, shabelela, shabelela. I was born an African. I was raised to be a warrior. Ooh, I'm a champion. Tell the world I'm an African child. I was born an African, and I was raised to be a warrior. Ooh, I'm a champion. From the dusty fields of my village to world stages, I'm crossing finish lines. I have earned my spot. I am proud to be an African. Ooh, I'm a champion. Babi Senbonke, Avesse basso bona. It's time to celebrate the victories of an African warrior. Tell the world I'm an African child. Kimambudi. I was born an African. I was raised to be a warrior. I'm a champion. Tell the world I'm an African child. I was born an African, and I was raised to be a warrior. I'm a champion. I hear the footsteps of victory, echoing champion, champion. Listen to the sound of victory, echoing champion, champion. Kawe, kuku, wena, wazi, kutana, champion. I am proud to be an African. Oh, I'm a champion.
Snowfall and the world is aglow with cheer today. Throw all of your worries and woes and cares astray. Hope is brimming, the roads begin to be shoveled and cleared away. Folks are grinning from ear to ear, for winter is here to stay.
Hola, Papa. I'm calling you to say that I've sent you a little money. I know you'll say that I shouldn't have, but I really want you to be here on my wedding day to dance with me.
Look into the sky.
When you send money, you send more than money. Western Union.
At Western Union, we know how important it is to be there for your loved ones. And we're working hard to keep you connected with them back in Jamaica. That's why we're taking extra steps to help make sure transferring your money is worry-free. Because being here for you and your family is what we do.
My parents were really energetic, resourceful, together, well into their 80s. I remember my sister and I feeling quite smug that we were lucky enough to have parents that didn't seem to need a lot of extra, concern. So with my dad, it was sweet and gentle, really, but frightening. It was just very confusing, especially to me as his sort of primary carer, to know how to tackle it, because I hadn't really heard of dementia and Alzheimer's. It's not a subject you take on until you're in it. And then about 10 years later, my mother developed the same thing, but her Alzheimer's was more terrifying. She was just out of control, really frightened, quite aggressive with it. So I saw two sides of it, really. One thing I've been absolutely stunned at during COVID is how quickly scientists were able to come together, and develop that AstraZeneca vaccine. I was so thrilled by that. I followed it step by step, pipette by pipette, because it was so exciting. It was the ultimate challenge, wasn't it? And I just feel, dementia, Alzheimer's, it's got to be the next big challenge. There's so many things that deserve our help and concern, but Alzheimer's seems to be such a terrifying unknown, and there's 1 in 3 of us will be affected by it. I would love to see a cure, obviously, but if not a cure, certainly on the way to a cure, so that there's not such terror surrounding this illness, this disease, because it strikes fear in people's heart. Anybody who's got a relation, and most of us will have relations or friends or family affected by dementia, are scared of this. It's because it's just not something that happens to other people anymore. It's just something that's happening to all of us.
Excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way. You can listen to Fantastic Radio UK today on LG Smart TV.
I am very, very, very glad, wonderfully excited to come your way this morning, the 15th of December. In 10 days, we'll be celebrating, spending time with our loved ones, eating feasting on the chicken, the gravies, all the drinks, the juices, the wines, and everything, spending time with loved ones. Moments of joy, moments of excitement, moments of happiness. I want to say good morning to you. And I wish you, and I'm wishing you, a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. On behalf of the Fantastic Radio team, Sina Hamidi, Carrie, Sophie, Tom, Perry, and everybody who makes this whole production possible, and everything that you guys do in making this happen, I want to say thank you. And also want to wish every one of you listening across the world, on our Facebook platform, on our Twitter platform, on smart television, on Roku television, on everywhere, on Alexa, play Fantastic Radio, on all our platforms. On behalf of the Fantastic Radio team, I want to welcome you, and I want to say Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. Why am I leading with this? Gentlemen emailed me yesterday and said, I love what you're doing. Of course, he called to find about advertising on the station and all that. And he said, I've been listening to you guys, but we're in Christmas and I haven't heard you made any hoo-ha, any song and dance around the festive period. What's going on with you? That's what he said. And I said, okay, what do you mean? He said, well, you haven't wished us Merry Christmas yet. And I said, this morning I would make sure that I wish every one of you Merry Christmas. So the individual that called me yesterday, he's called William. William, good morning. Thank you for the email and thank you for all the inquiries you made yesterday. But I wish you Merry Christmas. I wish every one of you Merry Christmas. And for those who don't celebrate Christmas, can I say happy holidays to you? So happy holidays to you. And for those who are looking to travel, safe trip. Safe journey to everywhere you're going. Some are traveling out of the country, some are going, out of the, into the Midlands and other parts of the UK to spend time. Wish you all the best. Enjoy the moment. I'm going to spend time with my setup here, and we're going to have also a beautiful time. In the coming year, we will converge again and have some beautiful time. Anyway, we will come to that at some point. But I want to welcome you this morning. How are you today? Today is the 15th of December, 2021. Beautiful day. Beautiful, glorious day. I'll tell you what we're doing today. Today happens to be Will to Win Wednesday. My good friend will say will to win, or the will to win Wednesday. Will to win Wednesday. A quote from Confucius. It says that the will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential, these are the keys that would unlock the door to personal excellence. Did I read too fast? Let me reread it again then. You're reading it too fast. I guess somebody's saying the will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that would unlock the door to your personal excellence. Let me remix it. The will, your will to win, the desire, your desire to succeed, your urge to reach your full potential. These are your keys that will unlock your doors, or many doors, to your personal excellence. The will to win, the wanting to win, the desire to win, the wishing and the hoping to win, the thirst and the quest to win, the wanting to win, the discipline that comes to winning, the desire to succeed, the urge, the push, the wanting, the confidence. I like the word I used. The thirst. I love the word. The thirst. Having the quest to fulfill your full potential. These are the keys that would unlock the doors to your personal excellence. Do you realize I didn't say our excellence? Because success to all of us is personal. What do you call success? It's not what I call success. We're all different. We engage, we maximize our potential and step into our possibilities differently. To you, running a business, having £1 million business could be your possibility. But to that gentleman, making sure that his relationship with his children is as smooth and as best as he can get. To that young lady, wanting to be a nurse is what she wants. Those are her possibilities, You understand what I'm saying? To that young man whose daughter is struggling to read, what is success to him is seeing her daughter reading efficiently and effectively. Right? So success to all of us are different. Let me not go into it. 7:19. I will come back at some point and break it down and share the stories with you. Are you looking to get in touch with us? Why not you go ahead then? It's on air, onair at fantasticradio.co.uk. Thank you, Sina Hamidi. You can get in touch with us. You can certainly get in touch with us with this email. And for those who are listening across the world, you can email us. It's on air at fantasticradio.co.uk. You know, the Mr. Sanjeev, Sanjeev has given the go ahead that 11 African countries can come back or can fly into the UK. I read what comes up. UK removes 11 African countries from the travel list with Omicron spreading rapidly. And the minister yesterday made that statement in the House of Commons, and today countries, 11 countries in Africa, I'm going to list them, are going to be can come into the UK and can fly back, or they can come in without any hustle and bustle. Of course, they placed a whole ban on countries: Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, South Africa, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. So these countries were on the UK red list, countries that couldn't travel into the UK, and they had been banned, and Mr. Sanjeev has lifted the ban. So countries, people from these countries I've listed can fly into the UK. Of course, they've got to get the PRSA test done to be able to fly in, but they can always come into the UK. Before we go any further, I want to find out from you, have you gone for the injection? Why haven't you gone for it? You still have your doubts and your concerns. I totally can understand that. But if at some point you would love to do it, or you would want to do it, you can do that. As I said, I have gone for it and I'm good. So far, nothing has happened to me. I must confess, because I think it's right and it's fair for me to say this. I was also bothered. I was also very concerned as to what was in there. I was very, very worried because I wasn't sure why. I wasn't very convinced, right, with the conversation. I was checking the news. At some point I felt, right, I'm going to read extensively about it and make my own conclusion. So now I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do, right? I went for it. One, I trusted my gut feeling. Two, based on what I read. And three, people in my network who had gone for the injection and how they were feeling. They were fine. Out of all the three, in fact, the fourth one was because I also believed that if we are going to move any further from here, and they don't know, I don't know, then again, I would have to take their word for it, hope and trust that what they are saying is what you're saying is true. Now, I know it's very, very, very touchy, and people are very, very at the cutting edge and don't want to touch it. I can understand that. But if at any point you would have to go for it, please consider that. Okay, consider that. See how best you can do what you have to do to make sure that you don't get yourself caught with anything. So these countries have been listed. I repeat, and I read the countries again: Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, South Africa, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. So they've been lifted off the list of the UK's red list of countries that can now come into the UK. I'm glad that Mr. Sanjeev have looked into it and have dealt with that. I wasn't very sure why they placed the ban on these countries, because if South Africa discovered the Omicron and alerted the world, then why would you punish them for that? I'm just curiously asking this because I wasn't too sure why these, South Africa in particular got to the red list. I wasn't too sure why, but I'm glad that, diplomatic conversations are being dealt with and these things have been dealt with. Before we go for the music, 24 minutes past 7 on Britain's home of possibilities. Are you looking in sharing and sending money to any part of Africa? any part of Africa. In fact, I would have to list the countries too, because when you go down all these other countries, you'll be able to send money to your loved ones across the continent of Africa and also the island across the continent of Africa. So you can send money to Mozambique, you can send money to South Africa, you can send money to Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Ghana. You can send money to all these people, all these countries. You can send money to all these countries. And it's very easy. When we come back, I'll break it down and share with you how you can do that. If you haven't used it, I suggest you look at Western Union. Right, you go to www.westernunion.com. When you go there, best way, convenient way, you can send money to your loved ones this Christmas. I am glad that Mr. Sanjeev has lifted the ban and people from these other countries can go and come through into the UK and be part of their loved ones. There are people who have to come in to spend Christmas with their loved ones, and this banning and this whole banning wasn't right. But I'm glad that this has been sorted. 26 minutes past 7. Fantastic radio. The mornings, the Wednesday mornings, with dreams, with possibilities being realized. Let's do music. When we come back, I will share with you some of the things I've listed for you this morning. And when we carry on, I will tell you more that I've prepared for you. Oh, I'll tell you a story that would inspire you and would encourage you. Let's do music. 26 minutes past 7. When we come back, I'll tell you the story and we'll carry on. Let's do it.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas from all of us at the home of possibilities. Fantastic Radio UK. Your music, your possibilities.
We won't keep measures in place for a moment longer than we need to. And for example, now that there is community transmission of Omicron in the UK, and Omicron has spread so widely across the world, the travel red list is now less effective in slowing the incursion of Omicron from abroad. So I can announce today that whilst we'll maintain our temporary testing measures for international travel, we will be removing all 11 countries from the travel red list effective from 4 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Pa' ti mi espalda, pa' ti mi amor bajo tu falda, pa' ti mis manos, pa' ti mi noche de verano, pa' ti mis sueños, pa' ti mi número pequeño.
Hi, Jasmine. It's your brother here. I'm sending a little money home to help that dream of yours become a reality.
When you send money, you send more than money. Western Union.
My grandmother had vascular dementia, and it was something that was really only sort of properly confirmed after she passed away. It was a kind of slow process over a number of years, and I think the part of the confusion stemmed from the fact that she'd had a stroke about 20 years ago, and so I think there was a sense that something was awry, and I think it was it was really difficult for my dad to have to watch that happen to his mother over a period of a number of years. I sort of watched my father really do the absolute best he could for his mother. And it's very inspiring when you see the efforts that people go through to kind of take care of their family members. And that's something that I'll always remember, the effort that my dad made to make sure that his mum was okay. I think organisations like Alzheimer's Research UK are absolutely essential. It's a widely misunderstood disease, and with our ageing population, it's a disease that is going to affect all of us in some way, whether directly or because it's affecting a loved one. And so at this particular point in the country's history, with the demographics where they are, there's never been a more important time for heavy investment in medical research in these specific areas. I mean, I feel like in the last couple of years, with the way the COVID vaccine has been executed, we've seen the benefits of what happens when you put huge amounts of funding and when organizations work closely with each other, to how quickly you can turn around an extraordinary pieces of medical technology. And so with something like Alzheimer's, that is, unfortunately, is going to be a forever pandemic, it's never been more important that we have organizations like this.
Uber Eats.
Veggie burrito.
Grilled mushroom quesadilla. Nachos with extra cheese.
Spicy pinto beans.
Sweet potato fries.
Go on.
Roasted cauliflower bowl.
Smoky hibiscus chipotle salsa.
Cheers.
And a side of guac?
And a side of guac.
Yes, come on.
Uber Eats. Bring it.
Begin. To begin is half the work. Let half still remain. Again begin this, and thou wilt have finished. Nothing happens to any man that is not formed by nature to bear. Perfection of character is this: to live each day as if it were your last, without frenzy, without apathy, without pretense. Treat whatever happens as wholly natural, not novel or hard to deal with, but familiar and easily handled. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Keep at it, as a blazing fire takes whatever you throw on it and makes it light and flame. Do every act of your life as if it were your last. How long will you wait before you demand the best of yourself and trust reason to determine what is best? Receive without pride. Let go without attachment. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. A man, when he has done a good act, does not call out for others to come and see, but he goes on to another act, as a vine goes on to again produce the grapes in season. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own. Because your own strength is unequal to the task, do not assume that it is beyond the powers of man. But if anything is within the powers and province of man, believe that it is within your own compass also. Confine yourself to the present. Be tolerant of others and strict with yourself. Pleasures, when they go beyond a certain limit, are but punishments. A setback has often cleared the way for greater prosperity. Many things have fallen, only to rise to more exalted heights. The true man is revealed in difficult times. So when trouble comes, think of yourself as a wrestler whom God, like a trainer, has paired with a tough young buck. For what purpose? To turn you into Olympic-class material. But this is going to take some sweat to accomplish. What we do now echoes in eternity. For God's sake, stop honoring externals. Quit turning yourself into the tool of mere matter, or of people who could supply you or deny you those material things. Do not act as if you had 10,000 years to throw away. Death stands at your elbow. Be good for something while you live, and it is in your power. A man must stand erect, not be kept erect by others. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. Concentrate on what you have to do. Fix your eyes on it. Remind yourself that your task is to be a good human being. Remind yourself what nature demands of people. Then do it without hesitation and speak the truth as you see it, but with kindness, with humility, without hypocrisy.
Too much trouble, so my brother. Ha, 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 ha. Yes!
Uber Eats? One spicy tuna poke bowl, crispy onions. Salmon teriyaki salad, veggie gyozas. Chicken gyozas, edamame beans, full miso soups. Sweet and spicy Korean wings. A sleeve of yogurt-coated rice cakes. Yeah. Sweet chili chicken with gluten-free noodles. Nice. 4 lychee and rose bubble teas. Yes. 3 ginger kombuchas.
Chef!
And a chocolate matcha brownie. Chocolate matcha brownie. Uber Eats. Bring it.
See what you want, I want you as my mind, do what you hear in my life. Say what you want, I've heard it so many times. You can't be just for the eyes, it's over. So you're sweet, you're sweet,
Fantastic Radio UK is now available on your Amazon Alexa skills to keep you company. To listen, say, Alexa, play Fantastic Radio UK.
Alexa, play Fantastic Radio UK is what you do when you get Amazon Alexa. You do that and you'll be able to listen to us right away. Welcome back. It's about, 39 minutes past 7. And I'm glad you made a time in joining us. Let me quickly share with you what I prepared for you. It was Maxwell. It was John C. Maxwell who said one of the paradoxes of life is that the things that initially makes us successful are really the things that will keep us successful. Did you hear that? Let me read it again. I just want to read it again. One of the paradoxes of life, according to him, is that the things that initially makes us successful are usually the things that would not keep us being successful. One would ask, what is the will to win? What does it mean? When a person, or when I say the will to win, what am I literally saying? I'm glad you asked. It's defined as the ability to do whatever is necessary legally in life to achieve your goals in life, in sports, or any endeavor you undertake. The will to win is a phrase that is held by only those, it's not held by only those who have any gigantic, humongous dreams, but it's to do with an individual who, or someone who believes that they have the power to fulfill their dreams regardless of where they are in life. Right? So then, having the will to win is really building yourself, believing yourself that you have what it takes to walk into your greatness. Now, when I say greatness, I'm not just limiting, as I said, I don't limit it to, running a business or, working in a huge company or, or doing something humongous, because success is relative, right? Success is relative. I give you examples. To the mother who wants her son to come off the street, or to the mother who wants the son to be reading consistently, to her, that is success. So it would not be fair. In fact, it would be very inaccurate for anybody or myself to put any unnecessary pressure on anybody to be defined by my definition or your definition of the will to win. The gentleman who works with a cleaning company as a cleaner has the will to win this morning in going to work to add value to the business where he works. That is his willing. That is his dream. That is where he is. The gentleman who is working as a nurse has that trust to go to work today and maximize his potential today because he is willing to push the boundaries and apply himself. The first thing we would have to look at, if we are going to talk of the will to win, every one of us has been given a talent, and talent alone is not enough. Right? Talent alone is not enough. Steve Cano, the marketing guru and an author of The Mind of the Winner, says we are all good at something, but a winning mindset understands that the difference between making something a hobby and a business is the discipline, right? And the work that goes into it and behind it. Right? It's the discipline and the work that goes into it. If it's a hobby, then you can sort of, leave it as it is. But if it's something you really want to achieve and excel at, then you would have to up it a bit. You got to sort of turn the notch up a bit from just being talented and moving it up, because being talented is just the starting point, and you cannot just rely on your talent. You get it? So you cannot just rely on your talent. It's one thing to rely on your talent. That is, if you know of your talent. If you don't know, there are other tools you can use to find out your talent. But if you have discovered your talent and you rely on your talent, you cannot just rely on your talent. To be able to move from talent and hobby, you got to move into that space of work, discipline. Because until you put in the work and the discipline, forget it. So that's the first thing. The discipline to work, the discipline to apply oneself. Can we go to the second one? The second one is having the grit. We got to build our grit. Angela Duckworth, University of Pennsylvania professor and founder of the Character Lab, said, in fact, he wrote a book called The Power of Persuasion and Perseverance, which advocates that grit, not talent or luck, predicts high levels of achievement. Duckworth defines grit as the combination of passion and perseverance for a unique long-term goal. She argues that this ability to rebound from adversity and maintain focus is the greatest contributor to our success. Great. Having the ability to withstand anything that throws or comes at you. Building of grit is really inside of you. Resilience. Having the ability to go through life regardless of whatever happens, you have the strength within to trust yourself regardless, no matter the situation. Having the ability to trust your abilities, having the confidence to trust that you have what it takes. I can't stress on that statement or on that particular remark enough. Because until you know and you believe it, guys, it doesn't happen. Everybody comes in to support your purpose, but you would have to build your grit. Build that inner conviction, build that hope within, build that self-assurance, right, in yourself to be able to fulfill your dreams and your possibilities. Build that grit. The third one, generate momentum with small steps. Just generate it. We all are at different stages in our lives, right? We are all at different stages in our lives. There are those who can do some, there are those who can start in a big way. There are those who can start in a big way. So we generate momentum with small steps. Can we have the presentation sorted? Is generate momentum with small steps. You know, all of us can't start in a big way. Okay, all of us cannot start in a big way. Some would have to start in a small way. Some would have to start in a small way. Some would have to start in their own way and how it works for them. Okay, momentum leaders are not lucky. They are smart. They have discovered the source of momentum, and with it, they begin in a smarter way with exceptional growth. They take their time and systematically build themselves slowly. Have you heard of the word baby steps? And I have a confession. I was involved with a business many years ago. Many years ago, about 14 years ago. Yeah, 14 years ago. And I took a huge leap, right? Myself, a team, and we just went for it. Invested quite a chunk of money into this project at the time. And suddenly I picked up that we had jumped too quick and had not learned the lessons of growth. Right? Now, I noticed that we were in the middle of things, but had not prepared ourselves adequately enough to take on the clients and the people we thought we were ready for. Unfortunately, personal circumstances, caught up with, came through. We had to sort of sell the business and let the business go. But when I was sitting back looking at all the successes and the achievements that we had enjoyed and the mistakes that we've also had also made, I noticed quickly that what we should have done was to start small. Let nobody put any pressure on you starting big. Let nobody put any pressure on you in starting big. I think one of the major challenges of many people who are looking to fulfill any particular dream or go for any of their hopes and ambitions is a lot of people are under pressure of what people are going to say. You are not accountable to anybody. You are accountable to yourself. You are accountable to yourself. 52 minutes past 7. Because if we don't take time, the pressure of the people, the pressure of the word they, what they will say, what people will say, right, will force us to do things that we are not prepared for. You can start in a small way. You can start in a small way. There are people who want us here to do things the way they want it done. No, we're not. We're going to take our time and build this whole thing slowly. Learn the lessons. Okay? Learn the lessons, make our mistakes, systematically grow. Because whilst you are taking those steps, you are learning to trust yourself. Because we are all at different stages in our lives. Learn to generate momentum with small steps. You can't get it how you want it right from the beginning. It doesn't look nice. It doesn't look fine. It doesn't look all holistic. It doesn't look all prepared. It doesn't look all grandiose and glamorous and elegant. It doesn't. But you have to trust yourself, okay, and start small. I know a gentleman who started a business in London, in Dalston. And when he started, he had just taken a loan from Midland Bank. Oh my God. Did I say Midland Bank? HSBC tells you I go way back. He had taken a loan from HSBC, what used to be Midland Bank. And I remember I was living in North London at the time, and this guy had started, and he would say things like, it's going to get big. And in my mind, I was thinking, you just take this small money to start this business. How is it going to work? Because in my mind, you got to start big. You got to get an office. You got to get staff. You got to, get a whole team together. Some businesses would have to do that. But this gentleman went on, started small. The last time I saw him was 5 years ago. And when I saw him, I did not need the Pope to tell me that this guy was doing well. because we had conversations, and whilst we're talking, I asked, how are things? He said, we've moved from here, we are there, we've done this, we are doing this, and I have a team, my staff, I've got offices in Birmingham, I've got offices here. And I'm thinking, this guy, I saw this guy start. He did not start in a big way. I saw him start this real estate business. I remember when he said to me, let's go to the auction. He invited me to the auction. Guys, I didn't go because I wasn't too sure what this guy was talking about. Because he had just taken a loan, just little loan from the bank, and this guy was talking big. He was dreaming. He was moving, and I was wondering, how are you going to do that? But this gentleman trusted himself. That's the fourth one. Trust your vision. When you have generated momentum with small steps, you have to trust your vision. Trust your vision. This person had trusted themselves, and he had trusted himself and not allowed the environment, whatever we were saying at the time, whatever we believed on what he was doing, he trusted his vision. Are you trusting your vision? Do you trust your vision? Do you trust that vision, that hope, that idea you have? 56 minutes past 7. What is that vision? What is that dream? Do you trust it? Because if you don't trust it, and you don't find that optimism, that conviction within yourself, now at some point you're going to throw the towel in. But I admonish you and encourage you to trust yourself. It's going to be rough. I've always said it. And since we've been having this relationship, I've always said it's going to be rough. People don't know you. Nobody knows you in the marketplace. Nobody knows you. One of the things that I struggled with him at the time when he spoke to me about his business, this was many years ago. I was thinking, who is going to spend money with you? How are you going to buy a house and build a portfolio? I'm talking, 15, 17 years ago? I kept wondering, how is this guy going to do this? But he believed in the vision. Our opinions meant nothing to him. Our opinions meant nothing. Yes, we spoke. My mother would say things like, opinion are like noses. Quite a cheeky remark. My mother, when we were young, would say, opinion are like noses. Everybody has got one. As you pursue your dream, and as you trust your vision, as you trust your dream, as you trust your possibilities, let not people's comments, remarks, definitions, interpretations, perceptions in any way, shape, or form define your journey. Your mistakes has nothing to do with your possibilities. I'm not talking probabilities here. I'm talking possibilities. I'm not coming to this conversation with probabilities. Maybe it will work or maybe it will not work. No, I am talking possibilities. Because if we're going to walk in possibilities, we got to trust our vision. We got to trust it and know that we have what it takes to make this happen. The last thing, 57 minutes past 8. Take action. You take action. Ultimately, you can think your way to a goal. We can think our way to a goal. We can talk of what we want to do. We can rehearse it. We can read about it. We can have friends about it. We can do everything. But you and I would have to take action. If we don't take action, what we do, we walk around just in a, walk around in this land of an illusion, right? Where we are hoping and trust. An author said, hope is not a strategy. Right? Because we can sit and strategize till the cows come home. But we have to be in the thick of things. We have to put ourselves in an environment. We would have to trust ourselves and do what we have to do, regardless of our insecurities and our fears. Because fear, as I've always shared with you guys, fear has a way of holding you down. I am not saying it doesn't exist. I am not saying it's not what we see, right? But we are not moved, or you cannot be moved by what you see with this eye. You and I would have to trust our heart and trust our eyes, the eye that runs and sees the future, regardless of what is right in front of us. Don't forget, having the grit, pursuing a goal, and achieving the dreams and the hopes that we have is what makes us champions. It's not the talking, because anybody that talk can talk. Can I use a metaphor here? Any dog can bark, metaphorically, right? Any horse can run. Anybody, any human being can talk. Don't forget what my mother said. Opinion are like noses. Everyone has got one. Everyone. And everyone has an opinion on what you are doing. My question to you this morning: are you going to develop the will to win? Are you going to go pursue that hope and dream that you have? Are you going to go for it regardless of your insecurities? The whole of this week I've been going over it because as the year starts, as the year ends and we commence 2022, it's very easy to put yourself on trial. But I will encourage you not to put yourself on trial. I will encourage you to take action. 2022 is just around the corner. Write the dream. Scribble it. Find friends around it. Get support. You can go to, you can find support. If you are going into business, you can get coaches from their coaching port. You go www.coachingport.com. It's going to come on the screen. And for those who can, who can see, you go www.thecoachingport. Thecoachingport.com, right? Thecoachingport.com. I can vouch for these guys. I know the chap behind it. It's a beautiful, brilliant platform, right? You go on there, find yourself a business coach. If it's a life coach, get yourself a life coach, right? I'm sorry, guys, but it's the coaching port, the coaching port. It's very, very important. It's very important. Okay, let's see how we can get support, because this journey into success would not just happen just by ourselves. We need people to help us, support us in making this happen. Okay, we will need people to stand with us and support us. Now, let me just quickly say this. One will say, well, but you said we shouldn't let people's words, define us. No, what I was saying is, if you have negative people within your space, okay, and they are going to find problems with what you are doing, then again, you would have to move on in spite of it. But if you can go for support, if you can get coaches, or you can reach out for a coach and say, listen, this is what I'm dealing with, I'm struggling with it, go on that platform, see how you can use their services. Okay, there are hundreds of them. There are those who are accountants, who are coaching people. I personally will vouch for them. They've got some few events coming up. You go on www.thecoachingport and you will meet different coaches there. Choose the industry you want to work with. Choose the coach you want to work with. Of course, it comes with a fee, but you are going to get the support that you need. Okay? Don't go in alone and struggle in silence. Having the grit and having vision is one thing, but getting the support needed in making this dream possible is what you can also do. I end by saying this. If you are looking at any point this Christmas, sending money across the continent of Africa, anywhere in the Caribbean, around the world, I will really admonish and encourage you to go www.westernunion.com. westernunion.com. Their apps are on the app stores. You go on the app store, you can download it. It's easy, it's straight to the point. You go www.westernunion.com and you will be able, you can easily send the money to your loved ones. It's very easy. You download it, it comes on your phone, right? Or it's on your desktop. You just create an account. And if when you go into, get on account, straight to the point, you just type in amount you want to send to the loved one in the Caribbean, to Jamaica, to Antigua, to Ghana, to Nigeria, to Botswana. You just type in the country, the amount, and straight away you are sorted. You are sorted. Can I say thank you? I am glad that you made the time and also had the appointment and you made it in spending the moment with us. We are glad that you are here. If you ever rewatch and you want to get in touch, it's on air at fantasticradio.co.uk. I wish you all the best. I wish you such a beautiful Wednesday. I wish you a wonderful, the will to win Wednesday as you strive and go and fulfill your dreams and your hopes and you maximize in your potential. You have what it takes and the power lies within you. Do have yourself a lovely day. Thank you to the production team, Sina Hamidi, Tom, Kerry, Sophie, and all the guys who make this whole thing work. Don't forget, next week, we'll be finalizing our conversation, going on a break, and we'll be coming back in the new year. But from tomorrow right through the 23rd, we have something prepared for you. Tomorrow morning, my special guest will be Cynthia McFarlane, barrister, lawyer from her law firm. I will give you more details tomorrow morning as she comes in to share with us what she does and how you can access her services. Good morning to you guys, and I want to thank you for making the appointment and spending the time with me. Listen, you have what it takes. Go have yourself a fantastic day and take care, and bye-bye, and bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.
Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are seeds. You can grow flowers, or you can grow weeds. The Fantastic Radio app is available on all app stores today.